Hey, what is happening? This is Becker again, and welcome to the second of the two bonus vids where we're going to be talking a little bit about client SEO. Now, what this is going to be involved on, if you've ever seen Entourage, here's Ari signing a client, whatever. What we're going to be focusing on mainly is how to basically apply this to businesses. A lot of money is to be made in SEO basically by getting businesses and helping them with their Google rankings and getting them traffic via Google. There's actually a ton of money to be made, and using this as a business is one of the fastest ways to blow up your income from SEO. If you are already doing this, this is going to show you how to do this, and if you're not doing this, it's going to kind of get you started on that path. Now look, I'm all about personal site SEO, but I'm also a huge proponent of doing SEO for clients. It's actually my preferred way to make money right now. And the reason for this is because you just get instant paydays. It's impossible really to go from $0 to $5,000 a month in a single month with a website. That's just going to be extremely challenging. But if you get a client on board, you can do that actually in about 3 days' time. Go from $0 to $5,000 a month just like that. That was me snapping my fingers in case you were wondering. On top of that, signing and ranking a $1,000 client is generally easier than making a site that makes $1,000 per month. Now, that's not in every case. I've seen a lot of people, and myself have actually made a $1,000 site in about a month's time. However, for the most part, there's a lot of times where you can sign a $1,000 client. They want you to rank for a very easy term, and you just basically go out there and do that for them. Now, with that being said, you can also generally sometimes make $5,000 to $10,000 a month from one client once you get good at client-side SEO. A few of you might be doing this, so I want to help you kind of see what I do to get clients like that and basically get them results. The other big benefits is you're usually working in easier niches to rank for a lot of times. On top of that, the budget. You have a budget. You're going to have clients that are going to be giving you money, and you're able to use part of the money they gave you to rank them. That's what makes it a little bit easier than normal SEO where everything's out of pocket and you're kind of risking stuff. Again, you don't really have to risk stuff if you use the methods I showed before, but there you go. So with that being said, you also get age sites with contents, and a lot of times your client sites are already authorities. So you're just starting off in a lot easier position. You're making a lot more money from the get-go, and it's just a great overall opportunity. So luckily, I do quite a bit of this. So what I want to do is give you some basic advice to get started if you've never done this before. 2, show you how to do this with clients' websites, and then 3, just show you some general neat tricks that really have no place in the strategy, or just cool things you can do that get results, and I think everybody likes those. So first off, if you're new to this, here's a few things I really suggest you start doing right now. First off, start tracking all your results. I literally gave you the key to the SEO castle right now over the past few videos in the course. So go to this website, just Google SERP Fox, S-E-R-P Fox, and start putting your websites in this tool. Basically what it allows you to do, it just tracks all your websites, puts everything in a neat graph. So what you're able to do is essentially just go out there, record your traffic, and record your kind of stats and rankings, and then when a client asks, hey, have you done this before, have you gotten results, you go, hey, yeah, check out all of these websites right here that I've ranked in a week. That's pretty cool. Would you like me to do the same thing for you? They'd say yes, and then boom, you got a client. So always good to have kind of a resume, and that's usually what I use these kind of result tracking tools as, for. So on top of that, you don't have to go to the traditional route to get clients. There's nothing stopping you from going out there and ranking for local keywords like, let's just say florist, and add like a suburb name in there, like Florist Plano. All right, you can just go by like the website floristplano.com, rank it, and then sell traffic to any florists that are in the Plano area wherever you ranked in. All right, you can go buy a website like I used to live in a place called College Station, bought a website College Station Massage, ranked it in College Station, and then you could just sell traffic to people in College Station. Very, very easy way to do, very easy, no-brainer way to get clients, because you can just approach them and be like, look, I have a website, it's getting massage traffic, would you like this business? And they'd be like, oh, yes. On top of that, if you ever have thought about really getting good at SEO, using kind of some of this knowledge I'm about to give you can get you a job working about any SEO agency, and a lot of those agencies pay anywhere from $40,000 to $60,000 per year starting off. That's pretty good considering a lot of people here might want to get into SEO full time. On top of that, you get to work with a huge budget, and it allows you to get good at SEO very quickly. So with all that being said, make this a future goal if you're just getting started, because this is where SEO is. You want to move everything in the business direction. That's just my 2 cents in any SEO or actually any online business. So how do we do what we've talked about throughout this course to a client's websites? It might be a little confusing because this is mainly based around ranking your own websites in Google. It's essentially the same thing, if not easier for websites. So let's hop into that. So let's just start from the beginning, right off the bat. So now keyword research, not too applicable, all right, however you say that word, in client-based SEO, because a lot of times they already know the keywords they want to rank for, and you kind of already have your list of keywords picked out. There's no real sneaking around it. If they want to rank for Dentist Dallas, you just have to rank them for Dentist Dallas. That's just what it comes down to. A lot of time, keyword research in client-side SEO is more about determining how much it's going to take to rank the client. So that being said, I want to jump straight into what we can start doing, the site setup. And right off the bat, it's not really best to build a full silo site like we talked about. It's kind of confusing for users. It doesn't make any sense to the client, and it's not always optimal for ranking the sites. It's just kind of a weird setup for a business's website. So also, you definitely don't want a skeleton site as your client's website unless you just got them, you created their website for them, etc. But you really don't want to be removing all the content from your client's sites and stuff like that. It's more about altering content and then kind of reconfiguring the site. So we want more of a simple site setup, and I like to call these fat silos. All right. So what I've done is I've gone right here and I've kind of created this diagram. Now this looks really confusing, but a lot of times this is how your clients are going to be set up. You're going to have your homepage of your client's sites, and usually what you're going to have is maybe 3 keywords they really want to rank for. Most of your traffic is going to come from 3 keywords, and if you're unfamiliar with local SEO, a lot of times the searches don't really have the volume. There's only be about 3 searches that really bring in traffic. The other ones are all kind of long tail searches that might get you 5 to 10 visitors a month. So there's about 3 keywords you want to rank for. So what we do essentially is we go out and we focus most of our silo and site juice kind of transfer that we talked about earlier in the course through the 3 big pages on the site, which are the home page, the page that kind of goes after the first big keyword, and the page that goes after the second big keyword. A lot of times your clients, you're going to have about 10 keywords per client. You might have your own custom packages. If you take on bigger clients, national clients, that's a whole different deal, which very few people watching this course probably do, so we're not going to dive too much into that in this course. However, when you start off with your clients, you want to keep the juice in between that, and then what you usually can do from these pages is then kind of link out to the kind of long tail pages underneath them that relate to these keywords, and that's how we get the whole kind of juice going through the whole entire site. So just a really quick example, say we have a dentist client, all right? You can see here's the home page. We've optimized it for the keyword Dallas Dentist, which is obviously the most competitive keyword, so we want the most links going to that page, and that's going to be the home page. That's going to be the page that ranks the highest. Then what we want to do is essentially link out to the home page, or link from the home page to our kind of main keyword pages. So this would be like if it was dentist.com, this page would be like dentist.com/Dallas Teeth Whitening. You see how that works? We made another page optimized for it, because trying to rank one page for like 8 different searches is just, it really de-optimizes the whole thing and kind of desaturates to the point where you can't rank as well. So we have our kind of main keywords right here: Dallas Teeth Whitening, Dallas Cosmetic Dentist. That's just kind of examples that most dentists want to rank for. And you can see this page links to this page, and this page links to this page, and this page links to this page. It just creates a link wheel trapping the juice in. But you can also see this page links back to this page right here, and we just got a big link wheel going through it. So each of these pages links to it. So whenever we build any power links to any of these pages, it helps all the pages as a whole, and that's where we really keep the juice tightly between our 2 or 3 big searches. Now you can see right here, Dallas Teeth Whitening also links out below it to kind of other relevant searches right here. You got Dallas Teeth Cleaning, Dallas Free Teeth Cleaning, all right, or Dallas Free Teeth Whitening, whatever you want to do, any variation of the word. But you can see these keywords right here aren't going to be as competitive, so we don't really want them in the big funnel of ultimate link juice. We want just the big 3 keywords. Same thing right here, linking to Dallas Braces, Dallas Invisalign, all right? We kind of want just these related pages right here, then sublinking into these, all right? And that's essentially how we want to set up the site. What you really need to understand from this picture overall is just how the link juice is distributed. Of course, we could break this into like a silo right here if we wanted to. Same effect, we just want to keep all the link juice linking back to the top pages or whatever pages we're trying to rank, just like we talked about earlier in the course. When we're setting up the site, we want to attempt to get the following on each page. We want a YouTube video, which is overall great for conversions anyways. Get YouTube videos on your client sites. We want links to authority sites, link to like medicine.net, wiki, whatever you want, any big, really big niche in your kind of niche-sphere, all right? Like if you're a home security, link to like a big home security magazine or something like that. But put the link somewhere farther down the page where it's not really going to distract traffic from the overall goal of the site. Next thing you want to do is you want to make sure to get the main keyword on the page, at least 1 to 2% density, and also make sure to get it in H1 font and have it used on the page, of course. I don't know how many times I see people trying to rank local websites and the main keyword is not in the right places. Of course, get your meta tags right. All right, this is like the title of the page, the description, all the really simple stuff, which if you're taking clients, you probably already understand that right now. Now, we also want the address on the page. All right, you need to have the address you're going to be using on Google Maps or Google Plus, for lack of better words, on the page a few times, or like up the top of the page and the bottom of the page are great places to have it. Have your phone number, have all that stuff on there, because that's stuff that connects to the G Plus page and ultimately connects with the kind of 7 box going on right there. Now, with linking, we can pretty much skip the poking stage. What I like to do when I take a client, I build pillow links for about 2 weeks, and then I force the site to the top of Google. All right, we don't need to do too much poking because we're not dabbling or trying to find weak spots in Google. We're just trying to force our way into niches and get our clients traffic. That is it. So just jump to the pillow phase, pillow, and then force. The site is kind of brand new, like you just made the site for the client. Be a little bit lighter on the forcing than you would. If it's a brand new site, it's like if it's an old site, it's been around for 3 years, just hit it as much as you can until it ranks with the links I showed you. It's very, very easy. Use your client's budget, and there you should be able to just cause most of the damage. On top of that, one other thing you want to get into is when you're building kind of local SEO, you just want to go and build citations. There's a site online, citationgroup.com. Just Google them. They will build all your citations for you. You don't need to be building citations. It's actually a huge, annoying pain. I hate doing it. You pay them, they build you tons of citations for a really good price. And then another cool thing you can do is swapping links with other sites not in your niche. This is just a little cool tactic I'm going to get into here in a sec. But essentially, there's tons of other sites in your local area. Say I'm ranking a Dallas dentist. There's tons of other sites that would like to rank high in Google as well, and they realize that Dallas area-related searches are still relevant to them. Or other Dallas websites are relevant to them. So if I have a dentist website, what I'll do is I'll usually go and call other dentists, not dentists, I mean maybe doctors, or maybe hospitals, or maybe gyms, maybe whatever, all right? And I'll call them up on the phone and explain the benefit of us swapping links. At that point, a lot of times you can just swap links with other websites in the local area, get this big base of really local awesome links. These links work so well in local SEO, and that's just one thing to keep in mind. Really, really simple thing to do. You just literally, you call them up and you say, hey, do you guys do SEO for your website? If they're on the first page of Google or on the second page, they do. They have an SEO agency. They have someone handling their SEO. Just say, hey, we'd like to do something that helps your SEO. It's completely free. It's kind of just a more I scratch your back, you scratch my back kind of thing. And there's really no businesses out there that are going to pay attention on the phone and say no to that. All right, so really, really amazing thing you can do. So POW, ranking businesses for stuff is really simple. It's basically the same tactic, dumbed down a huge amount. You're just literally forcing. That's it, and optimizing the pages. Now, what I did want to do is show you some neat tricks. All right, and my first big neat trick and big advice to anyone doing local SEO is getting amazing results in 1 month equals client for life. And what I mean by this is I want to teach you about the all-in strategy. And what I do whenever I take in a client, and I don't see many SEOs doing this, is I simply use the entire first month budget. Like if they gave me $2,000, I spend $2,000 getting them PR websites, theming them, and buying them high PR links. When you do that, it essentially just literally blows up their site. $2,000 or whatever they give you. If they give you $1,000, spend all that. If they give you $5,000, spend all that. And what that happens is you just dominate Google the first month. It's literally overnight results. You saw with the sites I showed off in the case studies, it's overnight results, or results in a week realistically. And what happens when you do that, the second they sign on, they sign up 1 week and you contact them a week later or 2 weeks later and say, hey, by the way, you're ranked for everything I promised you would be ranked for. They say, oh great, I have a good SEO, I can trust this guy. Most people when they sign up for SEO are really iffy about it, and until you show them results, they're not going to be really confident with you. So I always make a point to do, I show them that in the first month, and then usually I never have to deal with them ever again except for like little questions and stuff like that. That's the big secret. You don't want the client to be nervous about you. The second you show them that, hey, I can rock this, you don't need to watch me or anything like that, they're going to start leaving you alone and you can just do whatever you want. So some neat tricks. Now local swapping, I just talked about that, all right? Just talked about that. That's just something that's It's really, simple to do. Now, another thing I want to talk about is taking a company's search. All right, this is something that's it's just a genius way to get clients. I'm going to hop over to Google real quick to show you. All right, so one thing I'm really fond of doing, guys, is essentially you just go out there, you pick a search. I just picked this search, online payroll. Actually, I used to work with it back in the day. But you can see all the people advertising for this search. All right? And I'll tell you from experience, this really isn't that hard of a search to rank for. It's not. You can just buy like onlinepayroll.com, especially if you use that kind of buying an old domain tactic I showed you, and just rank for this. And then all you have to do is you just count the traffic you're having, and then you just call one of these people advertising right here. You check the CPC for there. And so when you're ranking, you just look at all the traffic you're getting, and then you call up one of these people. You call up any of them and just say, hey, can I talk to who's in charge of marketing? And say, I see you're paying $5 per click with these guys. Would you like to use my website and pay me $2.50 per click? You'll literally get half off your paid advertising that you're already getting. They're always going to say yes to that because you're going to save them a ton of money. All right, and at that point, when you just kind of hijack searches, you make your own website and jack the search essentially. Very easy. It's not hard to do. Just do this in any local area. I mean, you could rank, like I said, Dallas florist or Plano area florist, and then call anybody who's advertising for that, and then just literally sell them the traffic on your website. Very, very easy to do. So if you're getting $250, 250 visitors a month, just literally just link to their website and just say, hey, for every visitor I send you at the end of the month, I'll send you a bill, and ta-da, $1,000 per month, $2,000 per month. There you go. That's just one really easy way to get a client for these searches that you really want to be able to do too much with. It's just a really neat trick right there. Now, another cool thing that works really, really well that's just like local swapping is area swapping. And this is where, say you have a dentist client, you call dentist in other big areas like Chicago, New York, whatever, any dentist across the nation that isn't directly competing with your dental client. Then you say, hey, I noticed you guys are probably doing SEO. Would you like to kind of team up to help all of our rankings increase? We have no competition between each other, and we can just essentially swap links. All right, so that dentist in Chicago swaps a link with your dentist in Dallas, and what happens is Google sees those two really relevant sites linking to each other and goes, whoa, all right, those are really great links. Let's rank them both higher. All right, that's essentially what happens right there. Another easy trick that's gotten me a lot of rankings. Finally, there's Grand Theft Link, and that's essentially what I showed you before, where you just look at a site's best links and you just take them. It's one of the easiest ways to overtake any local competitor. You just look at what they're doing link-wise, and you steal their links. It's just absolutely mind-blowingly easy. So, with all that being said, guys, this is essentially, all there really is to local SEO. The tactics I just showed you are so mind-numbingly simple. You might just be like, wait, I thought there was like some top-secret nuclear code, but there just isn't. You take the forcing I talked to you about, you use some of these neat tricks right here on your downtime when you're not forcing, and boom, you are just ready to rock essentially. So with that being said, guys, jump over to the next final bonus module. We're going to talk about like long time. It's going to be a webinar. You're going to have the chance to either sign up for the webinar or watch the webinar. So it's going to be really cool stuff, and I'll see you there.